P1442, P1445, P2441. What the heck is all this? Well, I'm going to explain it. This is Life with MS. My name is Cliff. Let's get into it. Okay, so what was all that crazy code talk in there? Well, it was the error codes that my vehicle here was throwing. So what does this video have to do with MS? Well, behind me is my 2008 Lexus GX470. I bought this recently from a neighbor. He couldn't get it to work. I'm really good with these types of things because, well, I'm an inventor and an engineer, and Toyotas are very simple vehicles. There's nothing complex about this thing. And it was going to be a challenge that was going to work great for me and also take my mind off my MS from time to time, because that's what happens when I start wrenching and start working on electrical problems and everything. It really helps me just not think about my MS. So that's only one part of the story. 2008 with 200,000 miles on it. For most vehicles, that would probably mean, well, there's going to be lots of problems. But for a Toyota vehicle, we all know 200,000 miles is like break-in miles, right? I've had several of these. And I used our previous one to tow a huge shed from one side of the yard to the other. It's the morning of the big move. Now, I've tried to clear away all the mesquite branches in the field behind the house because they have huge thorns on them. If they flatten those small tires, it's going to make things just much more difficult.
Okay, I'm filming. No, that's not going to work.
Okay, so that part went a lot better than I thought it was going to. And then there was this time when it snowed and it snowed and it snowed, and that vehicle became our lifeline to getting in and out of our rural part of Texas where we lived. Also, during the pandemic, my son and I would go overlanding, and we have some great memories. These 470s are awesome. I've always been very happy with them. And if I'm not commuting, which I'm not, I'm working from home on YouTube videos now, this works perfect. But here's the thing that I wanted to share with you. So this weekend, I go to a birthday party with my son, and it's a huge birthday party, and it's out in a local park. And I wake up in the morning, I'm ready to go, and the birthday party starts at 2, and my MS fatigue hits like a tank. Like, my energy went from 100% to 0 in no time flat. And I'm thinking, how am I gonna make it through this birthday party? We get there, I'm thinking I gotta push through for an hour. That doesn't happen. My son is having a great time. This is one of his closest friends. His friend wants him to stay. We end up being there for 3 or 4 hours. Now, there is no way in hell I would have been able to do 3 to 4 hours, given the state I was in, except for one of the primary reasons why I bought this car. Well, it was a really good price to begin with. Secondly, I love these vehicles. But here's the thing. Unlike the RAV4 we have over there, and unlike the Tacoma I had before this, one of the primary reasons I bought this and reupholstered it is it is like sitting in a lazy boy. This thing is so comfortable. So when my fatigue hit like a tank at that party, I was able to go out in the parking lot while my wife and everybody else stayed at the party, and I was able to sit down in this thing, lay the seat back, and get very, very comfortable. And that was a game changer, because in the past, I would have had to have left that party and gone home and rested on the couch. But this was like a mobile couch. Now, true, 15 miles to the gallon around town, it's not something I'm gonna drive every day. But the point is, as I get older, by the way, today's my birthday, as I get older, I've discovered the more comfortable I am, the better I do out and about with the family, the less energy I burn. So comfort has become a thing. Now my Tacoma was great, but it was not comfortable. I'm 6'3", and it was a very tight fit for me. Getting in and out of this small door hole was always an issue with my MS because my back is always cramping up and stuff. This has a really wide door hole. But my point is, this is not an automotive blog. This is about MS. I relate really well with my elderly neighbors that have physical ailments because of their age that are very similar to those of my MS. And they drive very comfortable cars. And I always wonder, why are old people obsessed with like really large, cushy cars? And it's because the older you get, the more uncomfortable you get, and the less you're willing to deal with being uncomfortable. And I think that is like what I've learned with MS. Being that it's my birthday, I'm 48 today. Okay, I'm getting up there in the years, not horrible, but I'm really all about the comfort now. And this is fantastic for a number of reasons. Number one, it's a Lexus, so I know it's going to last forever. You know, it's not perfect. It's got some issues here and there. Number two, it was super affordable because my neighbor sold it to me. He couldn't get it to work. And so that takes a lot of stress off my mind. Also taking a lot of stress off my mind reduces my MS symptoms. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things this metal box does that changes my day-to-day activities. And I didn't even really realize it until this weekend when I realized I could stay at that party with my son for 3, 4, 5 hours by being able to go out in the car and just rest for a few minutes. I thought that was just so cool. So by being able to modify my lifestyle to meet my MS, I'm giving myself more abilities that my MS has taken away. So it's like almost like I'm outsmarting my MS. And that's what I'm learning as I get older, is like there are little tips and tricks that we can figure out about our MS along the way that make it to where we can accommodate for it, and it will be less difficult from the day to day. I mean, it's already challenging enough. Why wouldn't we do our best to be smart about these things? So I'm going to walk you through the GX here because I know a lot of people that watch my channel are my age and my gender. We like cars. I'm not a super fan of cars. I like airplanes, but I like a really well-engineered vehicle. And this is by far my favorite vehicle that Toyota has ever produced. Like I said, I've owned multiples of these. It's known as the Prado in the rest of the world. It's the Lexus GX here in the United States. They made them from 2004 to 2009, I think. They're an all-wheel drive V8. Not great on gas, not bad on gas, but excellent on comfort and excellent on quality. I've easily seen a lot of these things go 400,000 miles. And its engine, the V8 that's in here, is rated as one of the most reliable engines ever made in history. That's bonkers, and I'll tell you, it took me about 10 minutes to fix it for a problem even the local mechanic couldn't figure out. It was not difficult to figure out by using a process of elimination because it's a Toyota. There's nothing complicated about it. Anything before like 2011, that's back in the day when the Toyota executives were all like, let's just focus on quality and reliability and not sexy gadgets like other manufacturers were doing. Now they've changed that recently and they're having issues with it. But here we go. So at 200,000 miles, one of the first things to go wrong with this car is these bottom seat cushions start wearing really bad. In this case, this one was ripped up pretty nasty. I ordered these new skins from eBay for 40 bucks. And yes, it took me about 4 hours to put them on, but they look almost factory. You know, slight color difference here in this light. They're fantastic though. If you're getting the codes I was showing you on that whiteboard initially, those were all the error codes this thing was throwing when I got it. By the time I had figured out what the main issue was, it was actually the fuel pressure regulator. And that's a $100 part. So now I have a fantastically well-running vehicle for very cheap to fix and maintain. Okay, now Lexus parts are notoriously very expensive, so these are the same parts mostly that are on Toyotas as well. You can interchange the parts and save a lot of money by buying the Toyota parts. Here's the back seat. Now, it's great for the kid because here in the South, it gets super hot in the summer, and it's got rear-facing air conditioning and controls down there for the air conditioning. Previous version of this I had the DVD player in the back. Now that's all old school stuff. This still has a DVD player in it, but of course I don't use it. It's It's got a decent sound system. It's the original. If you want to replace it, it's very difficult to do because it's built in with the navigation. You'll see the upgraded seat covers and all that stuff. So I know this is not an auto blog. I'm not trying to be an auto blog. I'm just trying to share with you that some of the things I've done with this vehicle that have greatly enhanced my ability at an affordable price point to go out and do some fun things with my family. I mean, I can cram 2 dogs in here, which I have, the kid, all the toys and the wife, and even tow stuff if I want to because it's got an insane tow capacity. And I'm excited about it because it allows me to do things I used to do, but just a little bit more easy and a little bit more comfortable. And that to me is freaking huge. I love that. So that's the 2008 Lexus GX470. And you can get these used for a pretty good price. They're not cheap, but if you're pretty handy with fixing stuff, you can get one at an even better price and probably fix it on the cheap. So when we first got it, my son and I got to work together on it. Good job. We tore it apart. I showed him how things work. I showed him how well Toyotas are built, the big differences between Toyotas and other manufacturers. And I let him get involved with me in fixing it so he could see, because it's very simple, very easy to work on. And he loved it. It was an activity him and I could do on our schedule. And he just learned a ton, and we had a great time doing it. So it's a family activity as well. So the lesson here for me is buy stuff I can work on, keep it affordable, and I can do the things I want to do, like this YouTube channel that works around my weird MS symptoms and doesn't require me to stress out all the time, and just have a fantastic time doing it with the family. So I hope this video was helpful. I love having tips and tricks that help me get through the day with my MS, and this just happened to be one of them. Maybe I'm way off base, and maybe you didn't want to know about this at all, but I thought it'd be fun. I'm overly passionate about these types of vehicles. I don't know why. I just love good engineering, like I said. What kind of tips and tricks can you recommend? Comment below. What have you discovered recently about your MS that you think you could share that other people might be able to use? Sharing is caring. And hey, I've got some really good stuff coming up. I'm super excited to share with you soon. As soon as I figure out exactly how it's going to work. I'm Cliff. This is Life with MS, and I'm out. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah! Now you want to see what it actually looks like in the light?
Yes.
Okay, let's turn on the light. It's a taco cake!
I love it. Oh, you guys did such a great job.
Look, Oreo beef.
I love that.
Sprinkled toppings. And yes, it's melted because we were too impatient.
I love it. It's so cool. And buddy, it looks like you have evidence of prototyping on your mouth there.
He did some testing.
Oh my gosh, you guys rock. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Happy birthday to me.
Yes. Happy birthday. We love you.